In this section, you will learn how to define API in for a user, to create a user, and to get user from the database. Then you will also learn about the controller. So first, let's define the API endpoint for the user. Within src folder, create a new folder and name this folder as a router. And within this folder, create a new file and name this file user routes.ts. Now, in this file, first you need to import the router from the Express, and then here create a object of this router, const router equal to router. And using this router, you can define the different API endpoints or API routes. So here we will create a two API endpoint. First API endpoint will get all the user from the database, and second will create a new user in the database. Here I'm going to define API endpoint router.post. And whenever someone visit this slash endpoint, then in that case, this function create user will be executed. This create user is nothing, it is a controller which contains all the logic for creating user in the database. Now, after defining this API endpoint, in the src folder, create a new folder and name this controller. And within this, create a new file, user controllers.ts. And now, in this, import the request and response from the Express. Now here, let's define the logic for this create user controller. So specify export, then const, and specify create user. Then it is equal to, and this function will accept the request of type request, response of type response. And within function, let's specify logic to create a new user in the database. So whenever someone visit this endpoint slash with the new user information, that information is stored within this request. So we need to extract that information. And remember, the information comes in the JSON form. So here specify const, then this curly braces, and here we are grabbing the ID and name from the request of the body like this. So again, whenever user hit to this URL endpoint slash with post request and user information, then this create user controller is called. And then this controller here extracting the information from the body into variable ID and name. And after this, we will check if the provided ID does not exist or name does not exist. Then in this case, we are going to return a response with a status of 400. And then we will send the message. Here in the message, we are going to write ID and name is required. So if someone made a request at this API endpoint with empty data or without any information, then this line will check if this ID or name contains data or not. If this two variable does not contain data, then it is going to return this message ID or name is required. Otherwise, if user provide information through the request body, then in this case, we are going to add the information to the database. But we have not integrated a database to our project. So here, for this tutorial, we are going to create a variable users, and this variable will store ID of type number and username of type string. And then this variable will store array of users. So specify here square bracket, then equal to, and then specify here users. So here I'm going to add only one user with ID 1 and name equal to Jack, like this. So for this tutorial, for this section, just think like we are accessing the table users from the database. So just think like this, and in the next section, we will integrate the database. And now here, we are going to add the users to this users table. So specify here ID and name. Then next to it, after successfully adding the user to the database, we are going to send the response with a status code of 201, which means object created successfully or inserted in the database successfully. And then we will send the message, and within the message, we will return, and the message will be user created successfully, like this. And also, we will send the created user detail. So in this case, we'll send this detail back as a response. So let's come back to user routes file, and here import this create user, and you can see still it is showing error. To fix this error, just come back to user control.ts, and here after this specify colon and specify the return type is any, and then you can see here error is gone. Now let's test this API endpoint. So if you are using this Visual Studio Code, you can download the extension Thunder Client. Install this extension and then open this extension. After opening, here click on this to make a new request and choose the request type. Here we are going to make a post request on the API endpoint localhost 3000 slash. And then with body, we are going to send a JSON data. So here specify JSON data, and this data will contain new user information. So in this case, ID is 2, and then second is the name of the user. So specify name, and the name is Jack here. It is in double quotation mark. Also this one, and now click on send, and you can see we get the status 404 not found. So we made a mistake. Let's fix that mistake. Let's go to index.ts file, and here we have not specified the new route that we have defined. So specify here app.use, and then at this endpoint, we are going to use the user routes. Let's go to the user routes folder, and from here specify export default router like this, and then here import this within the index.ts file. And now let's again open the Thunder client and make a request. And now here you can see we get status 201, which means we have successfully created the user. And you can see this is the message user created successfully, and this is the user detail that is added to the database. Let's go back to this user controllers, and now you can see we have successfully visited that API endpoint and executed this create user controller. Now let's go back to your routes, and here I'm going to define one more route, router.get, and this route will return all the user from the database. So specify here controller get users, and then within the controller, let's define this controller logic. Specify here export const get users equal to request of type request, and then response of type response, and then within the function return response with status code, and this status code will be 200, and it is going to return the user information as a JSON like this. Now here export this controller within this user routes, and you can see we get the error. Let's go to the controller and remove this return from here. Now it is gone. Let's open this Thunder client, and here we are going to make a GET request and remove this from here because we are not sending anything from the body. And now make this request, and you can see it returns the user from the database. So this is how you can create a API endpoint and its controller. So you learned two things here. First is the how to define user routes, and the second is the controller. User routes is the path where the request is made, and controller controls the logic for that path or for that API endpoint. You can see here we have defined this endpoint slash, and after visiting this endpoint, this method must be called. You can see, And this method is nothing, it contains all the logic like interacting with database, getting all the information database, and then return the information as a response to that API endpoint. So in the next section, we will learn about how to integrate a database, and then we will create a new table within database, and using the API endpoint, we'll retrieve or store information within the database.